Hey everyone. So this past Christmas, I decided that I wanted to make something for my kids. And I usually try to do something creative, every couple Christmases. And this year I kept seeing on Instagram the travel keychains, um, where it has the washers from all the states that you've visited or countries or places like national parks, things like that. And so I thought it would be really cool to kind of make my own and for Christmas presents. And it worked out really well. I think my kids liked them. I ended up making one for Jen, my wife, and I have one I hang on my bag. It's just kind of cool. Well, then I had people reaching out to me saying, "Hey," after I posted a picture on Instagram, "Hey, can you make me one?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. It's not that hard." So then I started thinking when I was making these videos, it's like, why don't I make a video showing people how to make their own leather travel keychain? So you need a clip, key ring, some leather, stitching is pretty good. It looks like I got a couple that are overlapped, but all in all, again, it's a keychain. So I knocked out a couple of keychains, like 3 or 4 of them in about half an hour. So it's pretty easy, especially using the stitching pony. Just you don't have to hold the keychain. You can sew pretty quick. Now I'm using 1mm thread. I ended up using a pair of pliers to push my needles through and pull them through because that 1mm thread is pretty thick with these holes that my punch. I'm using a punch. This just came from Hobby Lobby. I think I paid maybe $11 or $12 for it. It's not precise. I think if I were going to do it again, I would upgrade to like a chisel point punch, so I could do a little neater, and then maybe do smaller thread because the 1mm is pretty big. Although I like the look of it, it's hard to keep the stitch straight, and there's just not a lot of room in the hole for the thread. So just some things that I might change if I were going to make a bunch of these. But if you can sew, it's a saddle stitch, pretty easy, just inside outside, 2 needles. You're crossing. Just make sure that when you cross, you're crossing the same direction all the time to try to keep that stitch nice and straight. So just some tips. If you'd like to learn more about things like this, being crafty, subscribe to my channel. I'll continue to keep making videos like this as long as people are watching and they care about them, I guess. So hit subscribe, hit the little bell if you want to be notified when I upload a new video. I'm trying to do one video a week. And so here's the travel keychain. Much cheaper than you buy them online. You can make a handful of them yourself for maybe 10 bucks with some clips and some rings and a little bit of leather. It doesn't take a whole lot. So thanks for watching. Enjoy. My stitching pony was a big help to make these a lot faster than I did back around Christmas time. So thanks for watching.